Wooden abstract mobiles are sculptures in motion. Not frozen. Not mounted. Not fixed. They move. Always. Even when you don't see it, they're shifting, a fraction of an inch at a time. Responding to wind. To breath. To movement in the room. They float. They turn. They whisper balance without ever making a sound. They're made from thin wooden shapes, usually abstract. Circles. Rods. Arcs. Odd curves. Irregular angles. You won't find birds or butterflies here. Just pure form. Geometry softened by grain. Each shape suspended by thread, wire, or filament so it looks like it's barely held in space at all. But don't be fooled by how light they look. The engineering is exact. Every arm of the mobile is counterbalanced. Every element is placed to keep the whole thing in equilibrium. Move one piece and the entire structure shifts. That's the art. Not just in the shape but in the relationship between the shapes. Some mobiles hang vertically, long columns of drift and twist. Others sprawl out horizontally, wide, open arrangements that seem to float on air. Some are tight and compact, almost like wooden atoms suspended in orbit. Others stretch out, minimalist and sparse. 2 or 3 shapes hung across 6 feet of empty space, balanced so precisely that a breeze feels like choreography. The materials stay natural. Light woods like birch, maple, or balsa. Sometimes darker hardwoods like walnut or teak. Finishes are simple, raw, oiled, or lightly sealed. No gloss. No heavy color. The wood speaks through its grain. It glows in natural light. It feels warm even when the shapes themselves are cool. Some pieces leave the wood bare, flat cutouts, edges sanded smooth. Others carve gentle texture, ripples, waves, grooves, just enough to catch the light as they turn. And when they move, that's the moment. Because movement is the message. The way a rod tilts, the way a disc spins, the way shadow slides across the wall behind it, that's the sculpture. Hanging is part of the art. These aren't just tossed onto a hook. They're placed where air can find them, under a skylight, over a bed, beside a window. Anywhere still enough to rest but alive enough to move. And they change throughout the day. Morning light hits one side. Afternoon breeze turns it slightly. Evening shadows stretch it out across the wall. You don't look at a wooden mobile once. You live with it. You walk past it. Glance at it. Notice it when it's still. Notice it again when it turns. It becomes part of the air in the room. Always quiet. Always present. And there's no one style. Some pieces go full geometric. All straight rods and exact circles, sharp in form but soft in tone. Others lean organic, curved wooden ribbons, floating wooden seeds, abstract driftwood-like shapes. Some combine both, tension and flow balanced in three-dimensional conversation. Making one? It's not about carving skill. It's about balance. Cut your shapes. Smooth them. Drill clean holes. Then suspend. Adjust. Test. Every tiny weight matters. Sometimes you add a smaller piece just to correct the lean. Sometimes you trim one edge by a millimeter to make it float right. It's a craft of patience, of observation, of trial and error. And that's why these pieces feel alive. Because they're not locked in place. They respond. They adapt. Even a slight change in temperature or air pressure can make them turn. They're not just hung, they're held by the forces around them. Wooden abstract mobiles belong anywhere calm. Nurseries, reading corners, quiet studios. But they also work in stark modern spaces, softening the sharpness with motion and warmth. In galleries they slow people down. In homes they bring stillness. Not the stillness of silence, but of soft, slow, constant movement. They're not meant to impress at first glance. They don't shout. They drift. They settle in over time. The longer you live with them, the more you notice. The more you feel them, not as decoration but as presence. That's what wooden abstract mobiles are. Not just art that hangs, but form that floats, that listens, that turns just enough to remind you that everything's in motion. Quietly, beautifully, always. Wooden abstract mobiles are the kind of artwork that doesn't just hang in space. They live in it. They respond. They breathe with the room. You don't just look at them. You wait. And slowly they begin to move. Not with motors or sounds or buttons, but with the air itself. A breeze through an open window, the subtle shift of warm air rising from the floor, or the soft current left behind as someone walks by. These are the forces that give life to a mobile. They're quiet sculptures. Constantly changing, never still for long. And when they're crafted from wood in abstract forms, they become something even deeper. An organic presence that floats between balance and motion, nature and imagination, weight and lightness. Unlike traditional sculpture, where a piece sits grounded on a surface, solid and unmoving, mobiles are aerial. They exist in the in-between. They are not fixed. They are suspended. And that suspension, that ability to move, is what defines them. Especially when they're made from wood, each element cut, shaped, balanced with intention, the result is more than just decor. It becomes a quiet performance. A dance that goes on all day, unnoticed until you stop and really look. Then suddenly you're aware of the silence, the shadows shifting on the wall, the gentle creak of string or wire. The abstract nature of these mobiles is what makes them so compelling. You don't see birds or flowers or literal shapes. You see forms. Slices. Curves. Shards. Sometimes they're sharp and geometric. Triangles, thin rectangles, fragments that look like pieces of thought, suspended midair. Other times they're soft and organic, rounded slivers, smooth-edged loops, leaf-like silhouettes. No two are exactly the same. No single piece tells you what it's supposed to be. And that's the point. These mobiles don't dictate meaning. They invite it. Each mobile begins with a central idea, not necessarily a sketch or a blueprint, but a feeling. Maybe the carver is inspired by wind or stillness, or the way water curves around a rock. That idea becomes a series of forms, each one carved or sanded from wood: maple, ash, walnut, birch. The type of wood matters. It determines not only color and grain but weight. And weight is everything in a mobile. Because each element, no matter how small, contributes to the balance of the whole. A mobile is a system. A constellation of parts. If one is too heavy or hangs at the wrong angle, the entire sculpture shifts. And sometimes that's part of the plan. The process of building a mobile is part carving, part engineering, part instinct. The wooden pieces might be flat or dimensional. They might be oiled for a soft matte finish or left raw, so the natural tones of the grain become the color palette. Once the forms are ready, the artist connects them. Wire, thread, small hooks, even bits of brass or copper for contrast. But none of it is obvious. The goal is invisibility. The structure should disappear so that the wood appears to float. Balance is tested constantly. One piece is added, then another. The mobile is lifted, spun, shifted, rebalanced. It's a slow, almost meditative process. The artist watches how the pieces settle. Which ones move freely? Which ones lag or spin too fast? It's like tuning an instrument. Every adjustment makes the entire piece more harmonious. Sometimes what seems perfect on the table behaves differently when hung. Air moves differently than your hand. Gravity does its own work. And the mobile, in motion, starts to show what it wants to be. Some mobiles are vertical, forms stacked downward like falling leaves. Others stretch out horizontally, long arms reaching in opposite directions, shapes dangling like notes on a staff. The most complex mobiles might have 5, 10, even 20 moving parts, each suspended on different planes. They move independently but together, a kind of controlled chaos that never quite repeats. You could sit and watch one for an hour and never see the same shape twice. And then there are the shadows. In a bright room, a mobile throws intricate silhouettes onto walls and floors. The carved shapes become outlines, constantly shifting as the mobile turns. These shadows add another layer of the artwork, ephemeral, silent, changing with every angle of light. At night, under a single warm lamp, a mobile becomes something else entirely. The wood glows. The movement's slow. The piece feels more like a creature resting, waiting. There's a strange intimacy to seeing it move in low light. It feels alive but peaceful. Present but quiet. Because they move, mobiles are often placed in spaces where that motion can be noticed. Near a window. Above a staircase. In the corner of a studio or bedroom where the air circulates gently. They're not loud pieces. They're not centerpieces in the usual sense. But they change the mood of a room just by being there. You don't have to look at them constantly. But when you do, they reward you. With softness. With slowness. With subtle beauty that asks for nothing but attention. In some designs, the wood is cut thin, almost like paper. These lightweight pieces respond to the slightest movement, turning with the tiniest shifts in air. Other mobiles use thicker, heavier forms. Pieces that swing more slowly, with gravity pulling gently against their curves. Some are finished with subtle burning, adding dark edges that emphasize the silhouette. Others are painted, just barely, washed in translucent color that still shows the grain beneath. But in most wooden mobiles, the material is respected. The artist doesn't cover the wood. They highlight it. They let it breathe. There's a poetic contradiction in these pieces. Wood is heavy, solid. It comes from trees that have stood for decades, unmoving. But in the form of a mobile, wood becomes weightless, suspended. dynamic. It turns from something grounded into something aerial. And in doing that, it transforms not just the material but the viewer's experience. It shows us that even the most solid things can learn to move, to float, to evolve. Children notice this immediately. In rooms where wooden mobiles are hung, kids often fall silent and stare. They reach out. They follow the motion with their eyes. But adults notice too, often more slowly. We're not used to art that moves. We're trained to expect stillness. So when we see a mobile, it can take a moment to understand what we're feeling. But once we do, it stays with us. It becomes a quiet rhythm in the space. A pulse. A meditation. Some mobiles include sound, not intentional but accidental. A wooden piece gently bumping another. A slight creak in the string. These aren't flaws. They're texture. They're proof that the piece isn't static. That it's interacting with the world around it. Like wind chimes without the chime. Like wind sculpture without the wind. Collectors of wooden abstract mobiles often say they don't even realize how much they're watching them until hours later. You pass by, you glance, you stop. Something has shifted. A shape that was horizontal is now vertical. A small piece is swinging in a slow arc. And suddenly the entire mobile feels new again. This renewal is part of the magic. The art is never finished. It continues to unfold. Quietly. Gently. Always. Building these pieces requires more than carving skill. It requires patience. Empathy. An understanding of space, of time, of how motion becomes form. Every artist has their own language. Some build minimal pieces, just a few forms, spaced wide, airy, almost skeletal. Others go maximal, dozens of parts, complex interlocking branches, a forest of movement.